Hi, I'm Dave Mulvey from A&P, and we're glad to have you with us. Today we're going to be talking about the explosion of ransomware and malware in small businesses throughout the country. A little about A&P. We service customers from 20 PCs to 500 PCs, typically small and medium businesses. We find if they deploy our proven IT strategy, we can reduce IT noise for them and help a business focus on growing better and taking better care of their clients and their employees. We also find that we can prove our clients achieve 4 times more value and productivity from their IT than other peers. This is the second in our video series about cybersecurity in 2021. Cyber attacks are targeting all of your remote workers, whether you're aware of it or not. And the perimeter security of the past, using a firewall, is simply no longer efficient because most of your workers are not in the office any longer. They're at home and they're not protected the way they might have been within your office. Your IT securities must evolve to stay in step with the increasing cyber risks that are taking place. There's been an enormous growth in ransomware costs worldwide. And right now it's possibly hitting $6 trillion, and that's 6 with a T for trillion. It's astonishing, but in our own practice here in Philadelphia, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's a relentless attack right now to get your employees' user IDs and passwords through phishing schemes and other techniques. And once they have your user ID and password, you will not be aware of it. And Lord knows what the bad guys will do with it once they get it. So ransomware is clearly on the rise, and the reason is cybercrime really pays. In fact, it pays big. They don't have to do a whole lot of work, and if they hit the right company that's not prepared, there can be an enormous payout for the cyber criminal. Right now, cybercrime is so on the rise, the FBI considers it one of the most important threats across our country right now. And last year, from 2019 to 2020, there was a 715% rise in attacks, which is really kind of frightening. And I personally have seen companies fall victim to this that have failed to protect themselves by not taking the appropriate response to protect their remote users. And now there's actually ransomware as a service where you can go out and try to buy a ransomware service to protect you. It's really a fast-growing industry. And unfortunately, if your company does become victim to ransomware, the results can truly be devastating. And to me, there's really 3 ways in which the devastation can occur. The first is emotional toll. I've seen business owners, you become truly distracted from growing your business and operating your business once you're dealing with a ransomware attack. And honestly, if it happens to you, you become humiliated. You knew there was a risk, but you didn't do anything about it, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing because you're gonna get legally told you need to tell your clients and you need to tell your employees, and it's just embarrassing to have to admit that something's happening in your business that didn't go well. And then once you get past that emotional embarrassment, then you have to start worrying emotionally about, hey, are my backups good enough? Are my backups going to be able to recover my data? Am I going to be okay? And worse than that, if your backups don't recover your data, or they've encrypted your backups so you can't recover your data, then there's the emotional toll. What's this going to cost me? How much is the ransom going to be, and can I afford it? But there's also a business toll that takes place, and I have seen this here in Philadelphia, that the downtime, once you're attacked, you can literally be down for weeks. And can you imagine your IT and your business being down for weeks? Can you run your business without your IT operational? So this is not a good place to be from a business perspective. And then, of course, there's the loss of reputation in front of your clients, or for that matter, just industry-wise, and you could lose customers. I have a sad story to tell. I was at a managed service provider conference a couple of quarters ago, before COVID started. We were still meeting in a big auditorium. And an IT provider was up on stage and literally in tears talking about how ransomware got into his business. And then once the cyber criminals took advantage of his managed service provider tools, they were able to encrypt all of his customers. And he's in court now. He's lost customers. He's fearful he's going to lose his business. So the toll that cybercrime can weigh on your business or an IT provider's business, it's really frightening. And then if you don't have cyber insurance right now, you're at enormous risk. But if you have cyber insurance and the policy does have to pay out to pay for ransomware, inevitably the insurance company is going to drop you. And the next company that picks you up, you're going to be paying a gigantic premium moving forward because you've kind of demonstrated to the insurance industry that you weren't prepared. Finally, there's the financial toll. You might actually have to pay a ransom if they encrypt your backups or steal your data altogether, and you'll have no choice but to pay the ransom. And then you'll also are going to have, while you're fooling around trying to work out the ransomware payment or hiring an incident response person to kind of understand what happened forensically under the covers, there's going to be a gigantic loss of productivity. More than likely, your IT's down. You're going to have to shut your business down, not let your employees come in. It's not going to be good. And the incident response report, depending on the size of your company, can reach up to $100,000. And the insurance company is going to require that. They're going to want to find out how this happened, what happened, and will require a third-party report. It's almost like auditing your taxes, except they're auditing the cyber attack that took place. And then you'll have to increase your cyber insurance after an attack like this. It's going to cost more in premiums, but you're going to find that you're probably underinsured to begin with your first policy, and you're going to want to increase your coverage. And then finally, as we mentioned, the financial toll will also hit you because you're more than likely you're going to lose a client or two, and you're also going to lose your pristine reputation in your industry. So if we had to summarize here, I can't emphasize enough that your business is under attack and you're not even aware of it right now. And because it's under attack and your employees are under attack, you need to be proactive. You need to be proactive in your defense of your IT security. A firewall and maybe updating your password policies every 90 days, it's no longer enough. That's not going to protect you from the cyber criminals and the way in which they're phishing for your employees' user IDs and passwords today. The cyber criminals are increasing in their sophistication. As they make more money, they can spend more money on more sophisticated attacks, and it's kind of a spiral that's going in the wrong direction. So if you're unsure right now about the state of your IT security, you really need to talk to your IT provider. You need to have an honest conversation, have them take a look at your current cyber policy, and have them do an assessment of where your IT stands today. And if you'd like, you could reach out to AMP and we'll provide that assessment for free and give you a sense of kind of where you are from a best practice perspective. My name's Dave Mulvey. I'm the founder of AMP and would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach me at connect@amp.net, or you can also dial us up at 215-572-0111. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. We've got a couple more videos in this series, and we hope you stick around and watch the rest of them. Take care.